Sudhanshu Trivedi of the BJP, Salman Soz of the Congress party debating with Devendra Rana of the National Conference and Shabnam Lone is a senior advocate, independent voice on the Newshour tonight. Thank you very much to Devendra Rana. To you first. Look at your confusion, Mr. Rana. First of all, you can't manage the relief package. You get criticized by people who are investigating into how you are carrying out the relief. Then the whole division in your own party. I mean, your party also has not one point of view. Your chief minister says Mr. Modi has done a great job in terms of providing relief package. Your party leaders say, no, it's not enough. Your party leaders say, we are disappointed. I mean, can you at least have one point of view? You want to politicize it? Okay. But at least have one point of view within your own party, Mr. Rana. What's going on?
Mr. Goswami, first and foremost, the gesture of the Prime Minister to visit Kashmir is appreciable, and we appreciated it from the word go. The Prime Minister announced a 750 crore package, which is welcome, and we know that the 44,000 crore package that has been sent to the Government of India by the state government is under their consideration, and they have clarified it.
Sir, why don't you have one point of view? Now that it's been proven that you don't have one point of view, you are trying to back off.
Looking at the Prime Minister's gesture of being there, we are very hopeful that package will be considered.
So you admit your party leaders are all wrong.
A fair amount of package.
So I want you to then say,
because this is a package which has been generated out of the losses that have been incurred to the people of Jammu and Kashmir.
Mr. Rana,
it's a very genuine demand, and we are very confident that the Prime Minister, with his concern for the people of Jammu and Kashmir, this package is forthcoming and it will come. There is no dispute. What the Chief Minister has said is endorsed by the entire party.
You see, Mr. Rana, problem with you is that you are personally in a strange position today. Your entire politics, Mr. Rana, personally you, Mr. Rana, your entire politics has been anti-Modi. In February last year, you said emergence of Modi as a Prime Minister will be a terrible chapter for a secular and democratic India. You followed it up by saying in November that the BJP is riding the demon of communalism. Then you said in December last year that Narendra Modi himself is trying to destabilize the situation in Jammu and Kashmir. And yet, Mr. Rana, you appear to have shifted your position vis-a-vis Modi now. So I don't know. I know there may be a new love affair brewing between the National Conference and the BJP, but you have not answered my question. Allow me to complete. You have not answered my question on why your party does not have one point of view on the subject. Your party leaders say it's not enough.
Mr. Goswami,
you say it's enough.
Let me first clarify.
Yes.
Mr. Goswami, let's first clarify. We are not discussing Narendra Modi, the BJP leader. We are discussing Narendra Modi, the Prime Minister of the country.
But your party leaders say they are disappointed with the amount of money.
In the aftermath of the floods, and it was his fourth visit to Jammu and Kashmir, and in the floods he immediately visited, and we have no doubt in our mind that
then tell me, Mr. Rana, why did the National Conference say they were disappointed with what Narendra Modi has announced?
In fact, we want this package to be done immediately before the winter sets in, because people are without home, and the homes have to be
Mr. Rana, can you tell me how much money you have disbursed so far?
The Government of India,
can you tell me, Mr. Rana, listen to me, otherwise you won't
hear. The package will be forthcoming.
Mr. Rana, can you tell me today, okay, just tell all the viewers of Newshour how much money has been disbursed to the victims of the floods? Give me a number.
That is for the government to tell you, but I can tell you.
Can I tell you? You don't know.
Was in the kitty has been dispersed.
This is the tragedy.
It has been dispersed. Whatever was in the kitty.
No, Mr. Rana. No, Mr. Rana, you don't. This is the tragedy.
1,000 crore has been disbursed, and another 1,000 which came day before yesterday from Government of India. Day before yesterday night from day before is projectile through SP, and that will also be adequately distributed.
Adequately. Now let me read out a news report. October 20th, Mr. Rana. October 20th, the Jammu and Kashmir government said that 89 crores have been dispersed as interim relief among the flood-affected families in the Kashmir Valley.
750 crores as on 20th October have been, I don't know what report, as on 20th October, 750
I'm reading a report of the Jammu and Kashmir government.
The SDRF were distributed.
So you are short of money, you are saying.
That must be for a
so
particular package.
you are saying you're short of money.
I don't have...
You are saying you're short of money. I'm giving the details.
Yes,
are you saying you're short of money?
That is why the government of India, day before yesterday night, transferred another 1,000 crore under a projectized head.
But Mr. Rana, but Mr. Rana, can you tell us whether the 2,100 crore rupees, 2,100 crore rupees already, which was allocated before this, has been accounted for? Because I don't think it's been accounted for, and the question of accountability over flood aid is very critical, because the Supreme Court has appointed a committee.
Mr. Goswami, nothing is going off.
I am asking
everything
you,
is accounted. After all,
really?
There has been no death due to starvation. There has been no death due to cold. There has been no death due to disease. 50,000 tons of garbage has been removed out of Kashmir. 100
Mr. Rana, then why has the Supreme Court? Why did the Supreme Court say?
Why did it does not happen?
Why did the Supreme?
Happen by just
why did the Supreme?
Debate, sir.
Why did the Supreme Court say? Why did the Supreme Court, who appointed a committee to look into the extent of the damage during the floods in Jammu and Kashmir, the same committee, in its report to the Supreme Court on October 12th this year, said the state government had failed in implementing relief measures effectively? Why did they say that? Tell me why they said that.
I do not have access to the...
Now, whenever I ask you a question which is detailed, you say, I don't have the facts.
If I know of what I read from the newspapers, the Supreme Court, Honorable Supreme Court
also said this is the problem.
That it was an enormous task, and the J&K government has done a lot. It has a lot to do.
No, don't make, Mr. Rana, don't make the cardinal sin.
Jammu and Kashmir government has done very well within its resources.
Mr. Rana, now,
you
see, Mr. Rana, now I'll tell you one thing. Now, you see, you can keep shouting, but you can't understand that I have the observations of the report, and I will quote parts of it for you. It has said that the relief is not being properly distributed in some parts of the state like Srinagar, Udhampur and Rajouri districts. It says blankets and warm clothes are not adequately provided. It says there is lack of medical equipment at the hospitals. It says the state has left many victims to fend for themselves. It says there is no proper assessment of damaged areas, ex gratia relief not paid to many. It has said unaffected people given relief while victims have been ignored. Who are you to do package politics?
Are you referring to the Supreme Court ruling or to the report?
I am referring to the observations of the committee set up by the three-judge bench led by the Chief Justice of India, retired R.M. Lodha.
Committee has submitted the report. It is a matter of discussion before...
There you are. You see, there you are. That's the point. Sudhanshu Trivedi. That's the point. You see, Mr. Rana, Mr. Rana, before you... No, Mr. Rana, no, Mr. Rana, I'll tell you what. No, you see, Mr. Rana. Mr. Rana, I think it is terrible. I think it is terrible.
Supreme Court,
I think it is terrible.
Supreme Court, I'm sure, will appreciate.
I think it is terrible. And by the way, now it's an open debate. Sudhanshu Trivedi raises hands, so I'm going to him. Otherwise, anyone can come in. So one can't complain later. I didn't give one side. They say, but it's terrible to do politics over tragedy. And I've said today, every political party in India has done that. Sudhanshu Trivedi.
I don't think we are doing politics.
Of course you are.
We are not doing politics.
Of course you are. Your position. Of course you are. Sudhanshu Trivedi.
Are we doing politics?
You are, and the Congress party is also. Yes, Sudhanshu Trivedi.
Before the debate started, Mr.
Arnav, there are two basic...
Before the debate started, I could hear somebody saying, Mr. Goswami, I heard somebody saying that probably this politics is being played after the Prime Minister's visit. Let me put it on record. Our 44,000 crore package approved by the Cabinet went much before the visit of the Honorable Prime Minister.
You know what you should not do is that you should not, just because there is an election coming, try and use this entire issue while you don't know how to spend the money or provide the aid as a political tool.
We are saying elections should
Sudhanshu Trivedi responding to you.
Elections at the moment.
BJP responding to you. Let him come in. Mr. Trivedi, please. Mr. Trivedi, please. Mr. Trivedi, let other voices come in. Mr. Trivedi.
Actually, there are two basic fundamental hallmarks of the politics of Jammu and Kashmir and our opponent parties. Number one, they are inefficient in administration. It is not just the matter of this flood. That was a national calamity that has been fought with efficiency, with the effort of the central government, and also in supporting in each and every endeavor of the state government. But if you look at the track record of the last several years, they were unable to deliver the funds which were being provided by the central government. And it is a consistent history of the Jammu and Kashmir. And in the last government utterly failed in that. And the second hallmark is their prejudice against Sri Narendra Modi. I would like to remind, prior to Sri Narendra Modi's visit to Siachen in Diwali, they have already given in a statement why PM is coming. in Jammu and Kashmir on Diwali. He is going to politicize the issue. It means you are having a predetermined prejudice in your mind. You are not waiting for the action to happen and then react. You are having a prejudice mindset.
No, we have not. National Conference
this
has not
said this. This is the basic fundamental difference which we try to understand. And at least on the issues of national calamity, on the issues of national security, and on the issues of festivals of social and national harmony, we should refrain from doing politics. This is my just and submission to our opponents.
I think
they are trying to do politics on Diwali. They are trying to do. We hail for the first time in the Indian history a Prime Minister on the day of Diwali is going to the frontiers on the coldest and the highest mountains on the border. I would like to remind one sentence. Do you remember that song, Ay Mere Watan Ke Logon? There is a line in that. जब देश में थी दिवाली, वो खेल रहे थे होली. जब हम बैठे थे घरों में, वो झेल रहे थे गोली. Prime Minister understood that feeling, but unfortunately, still politics has been done on that.
You see,
and
Salman Soz
done on the basis on the issue of support. I would like to have an answer from them.
No, Salman Soz, let Salman Soz answer because the person who made that comment, the person who made that comment, the person who prejudged, the person who made those observations is the person who's a Congress spokesperson called Salman Soz. He said, before Narendra Modi went to Kashmir, he said that given Modi's style, he will make a big announcement in Kashmir, but that's not good enough, he said. So it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. And the question, you see, if Modi's visit was political, my simple question to Salman Soz is, Mr. Soz, I see your hand go up. I'll give you full opportunity to answer. But please tell all the viewers tonight, and there is live tweeting going on the subject of package politics. Was Sonia Gandhi playing politics when she visited Jammu and Kashmir on 29th and 30th September along with Rahul Gandhi? Was Rahul Gandhi playing politics? Was Rahul Gandhi playing politics when he visited the flood-ravaged Uttarakhand in June last year in the run-up to the general elections? Was Rahul Gandhi playing politics when he visited drought-affected villages in Maharashtra in May 2013, a year before the general elections? Why are you silent, Mr. Soz? You appear stumped.
Oh, I thought, first one has to wait for you to finish.
No, I'm just making a few observations. I can continue till you actually want to answer.
Now, let me, if you will allow me, because now it is my turn, let me give you the basic facts about Jammu and Kashmir, the flood aftermath there. There is no question, as many have pointed out, you and others, that the J&K government was not able to do the kind of work that it should have done or it could have done during the, in the aftermath of the flood. There is no question about that. That the government, by the Chief Minister's own admission,
your government
for several days.
Your government.
But
own up.
Wait a second. Yes,
Congress government.
Our government, please.
Your government. Your government. Are you embarrassed to say that you're in that government? Your government.
Will you?
Is it your government or not?
Should I just keep quiet then?
No, is it your government? What do you mean government?
Of course it's our government.
Yeah, so you failed.
Please.
Say we failed. Say we failed.
We failed because the flood was so great.
Oh, what you failed?
The flood was so great that any government would have failed.
But you accept today on television you failed.
Arnab, you have to... Arnab, if you're not going to let me speak, so please, I'll just keep quiet and you speak.
I just said, except it's your government. Why are you getting upset? Of course it's your government.
No, you have to listen to me. You have to listen to your guests. You have to be courteous and you have to listen.
But you have to answer my question.
On your program.
You have to answer my question.
I have some points to make.
Regardless of the question.
Well, if you don't listen, you have no context. So please let us at least have a civilized
debate. But okay, fine. But come to the point quickly.
The government of India, I'm coming to the point. The government of India could have done a lot more in J&K.
Right.
It is failing in J&K.
Specify.
There is no doubt about it.
Specify.
Please let me finish. If you compare what the government of India did in Uttarakhand, and you compare that with what is happening in J&K, the NDA government is failing. I'm sorry, and I can give you some data on that if you're willing to.
So the Supreme Court is wrong and Salman Soz is right.
Will you let me...
No, one second. The Supreme Court... No, 1 minute. The Supreme Court bench comprising Justices Kurian Joseph and R.F. Nariman said that though the centre had done quote-unquote a wonderful job and so many things were undertaken without any direction of the court, it has not focused on the rehab of the victims. So it said the centre had done a wonderful job. So the Supreme Court is wrong and Salman Soz is right.
Yes, I will tell you. If you give me just.
By the way, it's an open debate. Feel free to come in. So Shabnam Lone as well as
So 60 seconds.
Trivedi.
Only 60 seconds.
Okay, 60 seconds. You feel free to come in. It's open debate.
After 2 weeks after first of all, the Prime Minister at that time went to Uttarakhand, announced the same 1,000 crore interim relief package that Mr. Modi did in J&K. Mr. Modi did the same thing for Assam and Andhra Pradesh, and that's very nice.
But Omar Abdullah says, your chief minister says the money is enough.
Seconds.
No, 1 second. 20 seconds. 20 seconds. You asked me for 50 seconds. I'm asking you for 20.
Okay, 20
Omar
seconds.
Abdullah says,
20 seconds.
Omar Abdullah says the Prime Minister has done enough. He wrote a 1-page long article in a newspaper speaking of how the state government was paralyzed.
I think the Chief Minister is then wrong.
The Chief Minister is wrong.
I think the Chief Minister is then wrong.
Okay, Mr. Rana, why is the Chief Minister wrong?
I mean, not done enough.
1 minute.
If you give me my
1 minute. 2 views within a state government.
Will you
Devendra Rana.
30 seconds now?
Devendra Rana is Omar Abdullah wrong. Can the two allies decide for themselves what your position is on the subject?
No.
Devendra Rana. No, 1 second.
Why?
No, why can't I get a view?
Let me say why. Let me say why. Why not give me my 30 seconds?
But you say Omar Abdullah is wrong, so let me get Omar Abdullah's aid.
Wait a minute. Mr. Soz, wait a minute.
No, but first.
Devendra Rana, please. Devendra Rana is coming into the debate. 1 second. I'm allowing it. Devendra Rana.
Why not Salman Soz?
I will, because after Rana I'll come back to Soz.
Not associated with the ground reality. What Omar Abdullah has done in this flood, nobody could have done. When everything was marooned, he led the entire state administration very creditably, and also the central government helped them to pass judgment by somebody like Mr. Soz, who's not connected with how the administration happens, is unfortunate. And Mr. Soz, I'm sorry, it was a collective effort of the coalition government, and led competently by Mr. Omar Abdullah, helped and aided by the central government. And to pass judgments about the Chief Minister are unfortunate, because you are not associated with the ground reality. You are far away from the ground reality of administration.
Salman Soz far away from the ground reality.
Before passing judgment over.
No, stop passing judgment. I'm not saying it. The National Conference is telling you today. Stop passing judgment.
Can I say something on your show? Do you allow anybody to speak?
Aided and supported.
Mr. Rana, please let me speak and let me give some context, because you're just making noise.
Congress and National Conference in the government have done it under his leadership. So don't pass judgments. You probably have no knowledge about
Can I please say something? These people just don't let you speak.
What these people? He's your ally.
Arnab, let me speak now for 30 seconds. Listen, 30 seconds.
Please don't pass any judgments about Omar Abdullah. I think it doesn't behold you to do that.
I'm only saying, Mr. Rana, if the Chief Minister has said, please listen to me. If you listen, you might appreciate.
The Chief Minister knows what he's saying, because Chief Minister is battling this. He battled it for 2 months. He's the one who steered
I want to ask you, Mr. Rana, will you let me speak, or will you just keep talking?
It is easy to sit down and comment about
I will not speak.
And it is very difficult to run the show in the ground.
Fine. You talk.
Now, why are you getting upset?
Don't forget, there's been no death due to starvation.
But somebody has to let me speak.
There has been no death due to disease.
All right, fine.
50,000 tons of garbage has been removed. 1,500 animal carcasses have been removed. Roads have been cleared. Go to Kashmir and see what is the situation. Normalcy could not have returned if it was not for the efficient handling by Omar Abdullah and his government. And Omar Abdullah led it very efficiently and supported by the central government. Let us say this very clearly.
Let our viewers see this.
Let us not play politics on
Let our viewers see this.
It should not be a blame.
Let our viewers see this. Shabnam Lone wants to come in, but let our viewers see this. Let our viewers see this. Shabnam Lone is coming in. Shabnam Lone is coming in.
Arnab Goswami, you have to give time.
1 minute. Shabnam Lone has Shabnam Lone coming into the debate. Please go ahead.
All together.
Yes, Shabnam Lone.
Mr. Rana and Mr. Salman Soz, will you both keep quiet now? Come on, Mr. Rana. You praised your Chief Minister enough. There is a human tragedy here, and we need to be careful about that.
Absolutely.
Now, first of all, Arnab, let me say,
absolutely,
for the Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi, sir, you visited Jammu and Kashmir on Diwali. It was an act of grace. And the common man appreciates your visit to the beleaguered valley of Jammu and Kashmir. The common Kashmiri feels isolated, he feels desolate, and he feels forgotten in his own land. But here comes the Prime Minister of India, And by saying that we will give this money to their personal bank accounts, may I say for the first time from New Delhi, we have a politician who has actually understood and respected the Kashmir sentiment. Now for Mr. Devinder Rana and for Mr. Soz, let me tell you that relief is never granted as a matter of right. It is always a matter of discretion.
Oh yes, oh yes.
That is indulged in by the government. So don't try to tell the people of Jammu and Kashmir it is your right. It is a discretion that has been used by the central government for the people of Kashmir.